Suvla Bay. In an old Australian homestead, with the roses round the door, our girl received a letter. It was a message from the war, with a mother's arms around her. She gave way to sobs and sighs, and as she read the letter, the tears fell from her eyes. Why do I weep? Why do I pray? My love's asleep, so far away. He played his part that April day, and now he sleeps on Suvla Bay. She joined a band of sisters underneath the cross of red, to do her noble duty to her love who now lay dead. Many others they came to woo her, but were sadly turned away as she told them her sad story of her love on Suvla Bay. Why do I weep? Why do I pray? My love's asleep, so far away. He played his part that April day, and now he sleeps on Suvla Bay. In an AGH in Gaza, she met a soldier boy who told her of her lover. To him she spoke with joy, and now they're happily married. But her thoughts do sometimes stray to a boy who now lies sleeping in a grave on Suvla Bay. Why do I weep? Why do I pray? My love's asleep, so far away. He played his part that April day, and now he sleeps on Suvla Bay, and now he sleeps on Suvla Bay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Please be seated. Before we commence our celebration of Jock's life this afternoon, could I just ask you please to take a moment to check your mobile phones are turned to silent or off for the duration this afternoon, please. And there will be a slight change in our order of service in that the National Servicemen's Association will be doing their presentation here instead of at the cemetery. Good afternoon, family and friends. My name is Margie Rankin and I have the privilege of leading the service today for John Manvell, whom most of you knew affectionately as Jock. I welcome you all and those viewing via the live stream as we come together to celebrate a life so well lived. On behalf of Sean Hamilton, his dedicated staff and myself, we offer our condolences to you all and especially to Jock's family. Leonard and Debbie, Kim and James, David and Louise, Jock's partner, Marlene, his grandchildren, and now let me please take a breath before we start the naming them all. Matthew, Benjamin, Andrew, Peter, Anthony, Christopher, Aaron, Jonathan, Kyle, Chantel, Hayden, Lyndon, Georgia, and their extended families. Also to Carey, Dion, Paul, and their families. Jock was great pop to 22 great-grandchildren, and I'm not going to mention them all. He had one living sister, Faye, and so many friends. So please accept our sincerest condolences for your loss. Jock was the seventh and last child born to Frank and Edith, born on the 2nd of October 1934. His parents, daughter Christine, and 5 of his siblings have predeceased him. So let us remember them also today, as they would have been waiting to welcome him home. He was very well known in the community of Dungowan and beyond. So to learn more about Jock's life, the family have put together his story, which I will now read on their behalf. John or Jock Manvell was born in Tamworth on the 2nd of October 1934, the 7th child of Frank and Edie Manvell. He was raised in Dungowan and formed many lifelong lasting friendships, especially with his best mate, Ronnie Sipple. He was a lovable lad with a cheeky wit who participated in a variety of community sports such as football, cricket and boxing. Jock grew up surrounded by family and hard work, as the Manvell family owned a bakery, and throughout his younger years Jock helped make and deliver bread around the district, a work ethic that remained with him throughout his life. He later developed interest in motorbikes, cars, and he raced go-karts. Jock courted a local girl, Marlene Light, who later married his best friend Ronnie. As a young man, ready to leave the Manvell nest and find work, Jock and his mate Lester Asprey drove to the Dungowan Dam project to try their luck there, and they both got a start. Jock drove an HD 19 dozer, sounds impressive, and worked hard for every dollar he earned. It was also during this time that he formed lifelong friendships, particularly with Jack and Mel Bashforth, who became dear friends of the Manvell family for generations to come. It was while working at Dungowan Dam that Jock completed his national service training, something he remained extremely proud of throughout his life. He must have developed a fondness for building dams, because once Dungowan Dam was completed, he moved on to Corindi to help build Quapolly Dam. It was there, in the heart of Corindi, that Jock spotted a beautiful young woman named Val Collins, walking her dog Spot. That chance meeting marked the beginning of a wonderful life together. Jock and Val married in October 1957. After Quapolly Dam was completed, they packed up their little caravan with baby Christine and spent some time in Newkite, where Jock worked building a bridge for Dale Singh, a family name that would remain part of Jock's life and working career forever. Once the bridge was completed, Jock and his little family travelled and worked constructing power lines and many other projects around the district for Dale Singh. By this stage, Len and Kim were born, taking the number of children to 3. Wanting to settle down and build a home for their growing family, Jock and Val bought a block of land from Keith Singh for £400. It was there at 18 Queen Street, the first house built in the street that the Manvell family home was established, moving into the house when David was 6 months old. The family was now complete, and that home remained at the centre of Jock and Val's life for the rest of their years together. In the early 70s, Jock and Val embarked on their own business venture, carting chickens to Baida for local friend George Camilleri and his family. Jock and Val had 4 trucks running at the height of their business. During this time, Harold and Karen Batston became not only employees but lifelong friends. Eventually, Jock and Val sold the business and began yet another adventure together. He was a busy man, wasn't he? And it continues. Jock's working life continued where he carted coal into Fielder's starch factory in his F700 Ford tipper for Frank and Shirley Easter. Later, alongside Darryl Easter, he drove Volvo trucks, delivering pipes and concrete products for Humes Concrete. Jock fondly called his trusty Volvo the Little Pink Pig. Although he enjoyed those years, Jock eventually returned to work with his dear friend Keith Singh. He spent the remainder of his working life with the Singh family, operating earth-moving equipment, driving dozers, low loaders, and operating cranes. Some of the projects he proudly spoke about right until the end included demolishing the powerhouse and the old sale yards, moving the auctioneer monument near Bilo, which is now Coles, adding extensions to Fielder's flour mill, demolishing the old Clifton's building, earthworks on Jacob's Shed and the Ansair building, just to name a few. In Jock's working life, he worked for 3 generations of the Singh family: Dale, Keith, and later brother and sister, Brian and Janelle, something he always spoke about with great pride. Jock spoke warmly of all his workmates, some who have passed, as well as those remaining, reminiscing of days gone by. Jock retired to care for his beloved Val during her battle with cancer. It was a very hard struggle for him, and when Val passed away in 1996, it left a tremendous hole in Jock's heart, and for a time some of his spark faded. His heart grew heavy again at the loss of his eldest daughter, Christine, in 2010. In his later years, Jock found great joy in being a grandfather and eventually a great-grandfather, proudly watching the younger generations follow in his interests of cars, motorbikes and racing. Many memories were made sitting on the back porch with one of his many beloved dogs nearby and an old friend by his side. Marlene and Jock reconnected and formed a lasting relationship. They spent quality time together, going on caravan trips, sharing weekends, as well as enjoying each other's company in the sunshine for the next 18 years. During that time, Jock's spark returned and he and Marlene had many a good time together until the end. Jock was known as a hard-working, loyal, honest and good man with a strong work ethic, but he also lived life to the fullest. He raced a Mini Cooper, stepped into the boxing ring a few times, and spent countless hours tinkering in his shed, fixing things. His treasured army jeep was always kept in pristine condition and proudly driven each year in the Anzac March, where he transported the old diggers in the parade. Beside the jeep sat his beloved AJ motorbike, where many cherished memories were remembered with old mates such as Bob Kerr, Kevin Wetherell and Lenny Martin, who not only rode old motorcycles but who also built race motors for Jock when he raced the Mini Cooper. Jock spent his final weeks surrounded by his family, loved ones, lifelong friends and neighbour Faye Steele, who visited every afternoon. He treasured and valued the friendships he made throughout his life, as well as those close to his heart. He will never be forgotten, and his memory will continue to live on through stories, laughter, and the many moments shared by those who knew and loved him. We will always love and miss you. Jock's great-granddaughter, Isla, who is only 13, has penned a poem for her great pop, and so now I invite Isla to come forward to share your poem.
Since I was born, Mum told me that Nem was the brightest star in the sky, and now you're up there with her, standing by her side. I wish that I could see you now and sit with you somehow, to hear you laugh, to hold your hand, like days that felt so grand. I didn't think this time would come, when you would have to go. It feels so strange and quiet now, more than you could ever know. But even though you're not right here, you're never far away, you live inside my heart and mind and guide me every day. I'll think of you when skies are blue or when the stars shine bright, and know somehow you're watching me from somewhere full of light. So thank you for the love you gave, for every smile and laugh. I'll carry you forevermore. Don't go stupid up there, Pop.
Thank you, Isla. Very well written and extremely well read. I would now like to invite Jock's partner, Marlene, to come forward to give her tribute to the man she had known most of her life.
Thank you. I've got to have backup. There are some people in life whose kindness leaves a mark on everyone lucky enough to know them. Jock was one of those people. Jock and I first knew each other as children growing up in Dungown. Back then life was simple, country roads, dances at the hall and friendships that somehow stayed with you forever. One of my earliest memories of Jock, I was 16, says so much about the man he was. He was doing the local bread run on a Saturday morning. He pulled up beside me while I was riding my horse down the dirt road. The squeak of the van door startled the horse and it threw me off. Jock felt terrible about it, but true to his nature, he didn't just apologise and move on. The next week he came back to my place and decided to teach me to ride his motorbike. Instead, because he said, safer than on a horse. I don't know that that's true because I've had many busters off a horse but none off a motorbike. That was Jock all over. Caring, practical, thoughtful and always trying to look after the people around him. And of course it reflected his lifelong love of motorbikes and mechanics. As the years passed, we both went on to build wonderful lives with our beloved partners, Val and Ronnie. Jock and Ronnie shared a great friendship too, especially through their time in school and through national service. There was always deep respect between them. They both played cricket and football for Dungown, which I used to go and watch. After Val, then Ronnie, passed, Jock and I found our way back into each other's lives. Our first outing was when Jock phoned me one night, I was living at Dungown still, and asked me to go to the Anzac parade in his Jeep. It was his prized possession and I gratefully accepted. So for the next 18 years, he became a wonderful companion, friend and steady rock of my life. We shared many trips away, quiet moments together, football games side by side on the lounge, and the joy of watching our families grow and celebrate life's milestones together. But more than anything, I will remember the kind of man Jock was. A true gentleman, honest, sincere, dependable, generous with his time, his care and his heart. In our final moments together, we simply thanked each other for the past 18 years. I think that says everything about what we shared: gratitude, friendship, respect and love. Jock was deeply loved and he will be deeply missed, but I feel incredibly grateful that our paths found each other again and that I was able to spend those years beside such a good man. Thank you.
Thank you, Marlene. How lucky were you? Family and friends, let us take a few moments now to reflect on Jock's life. You might have something you'd like to say to him. And we'll do this now as we listen to the Glenn Miller Orchestra play Moonlight Serenade. On behalf of Jock's family, thank you for your love, support and messages of condolences, and to those viewing via the live stream. It has been very much appreciated by all the family. Thank you also to Sean Hamilton Funerals for their care of Jock and the empathy shown his family during this difficult time. In appreciation, you are invited to join Jock's family at the Kalala Inn, which is on Kalala Lane, for light refreshments from 4 o'clock, where you have the opportunity to share your memories with each other. Shortly, Jock will be leaving Acacia for his final journey to his resting place at Lincoln Grove Memorial Gardens off Workshop Lane. And his family invite you, if you wish, to join them there for his final farewell. Following that, the family will meet you all at Kalala Inn for the refreshments. And now it is my great pleasure to invite Mr. Tony Winter to come forward on behalf of the National Servicemen's Association to commence the Servicemen's Ritual.
On behalf of the Nashos who are present and the Nashos who have passed on, I offer our sincere sympathy and condolence to all of the members of the family. The title National Service is not very well known to the modern generation of Australians, though most of us here with not too much hair and the men will know something about national service. So it may be helpful to say something to those of you here today who have no knowledge of what national service is or was. So let me explain in just a few words what national service was all about. National service was introduced by the federal government to provide compulsory military training for all young 18-year-old men in Australia. So we had to, when we received that call-up letter, we had to go to the local military establishment and make ourselves known there, and then to be transported to a training camp where we left behind our parents, our siblings, our job, our girlfriend, and to bunk down in some men in a tent, others in a hut, with fellas that we've never met before, and we had to eat and sleep and train with these fellows for a period of sometimes 3 months. For others, it was a period of 2 years. So between 1951 and 1972, a total of 287,000 Australian young men were called up to engage in compulsory military training in the Army and the Navy and the Air Force. Of them, 212 died in action. Volunteers died in action. Some in Vietnam and one in Borneo. National service training for young men was part of Australia's preparedness for world conflict over a period of 3 decades. So since Jock was a national serviceman and a member of the Oxley National Servicemen's Sub-Branch Association, he and his fellow Nashos are here today, or we are here today, to farewell him as one of our comrades in the service. So we want to pay our last respects to Jock, a fellow national serviceman who served with us in the Defence Force of this nation. And as brother follows brother into the great beyond, which we Christians call heaven, we who are left behind will close our ranks and carry on the national serviceman's tradition of unselfish service to the disabled and the sick among us, to the bereaved, and to those who... I've lost my place, sorry. I just want to say that Jock was a well-respected member of our association, the Oxley sub-branch here in Tamworth. He worked alongside of us, serving each other and serving the community at large. And you've already heard that he drove that magnificent Jeep every year in the Anzac Parade. I want to read the record of Jock's service. He was called up to serve our nation in the first scheme of national service in the early 1950s, and he was given the regimental number of 273167, and he served in the army. He was enlisted in the 19th National Service Battalion in 1953, and he was discharged in 1958. He was honoured and awarded the Australian Defence Medal and the Anniversary of National Service 1951 to 72 medal. Upon his discharge, Jack held the rank of trooper. This completes the record of his service. So as this service draws to a close, the time has come for our brother to rest and to meet his Maker. This sprig of rosemary we now lay on his coffin as a binding memory of our late comrade in arms. As a mark of respect to the bereaved family and to honour the service to our country given by Jock, I want to now present the Australian flag to his partner.
Thank you, Tony. Thanks very much. Thank you.
In our minds shall he be remembered. With our voices we shall speak truly of him. In our hearts shall he be respected and honoured. And now, if you are able, would you please stand for the reciting of the ode.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning we will remember them, lest we forget, lest we forget.
lest we forget. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Please remain standing for our prayer and our final piece of music. I invite you to join me, if you wish, in saying the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. All my memories together round her. Mine is a lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. I hear her voice in the morning hour. She calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home.
it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Oh, beautiful release. Memories seep through my veins. Let me be empty. Oh, weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort.